Hey everybody, welcome back to Board Game Heaven. Today I'm gonna do an unboxing of Dicenstein, a dice rolling game by Petersen Games, designed by Tom McGinty and Chris Fernandez. This was crowdfunded on Kickstarter, and well, it just has loads and loads of dice, custom dice, and I love games with dice. So let's have a look what's inside the box. Dicenstein. Let's have a look at the box first. Here, this is the back of the box, which explains the game in a short few paragraphs. It has the components listed here, some pretty pictures. So let's open it up. Okay, so first thing is the rule book with your hunchback on the front, digging up parts of monsters. Let's have a look. So, table of contents. Here, a word from the designers, Tom and Chris. The components. More components. The game setup. More on the setup. The object of the game and the basics. How to take a turn. Here's more of the rules. And as I've seen before with Petersen Games, they take up a lot of space explaining the rules, because we're already at page 20. I think this could have been more condensed, because it's like you've got this huge book, but really if you read this, it's not too difficult, it seems, and not too lengthy, but it just looks like it's so much because it's a 30-page book. But it does have nice pictures, I guess, you know. But it makes for a pretty thick, weighty book. Well, this could have easily been half. But okay, well, you know, that's not really any problem at all. There. Here we have a punch board with all the monster tokens that are in the game. Very pretty, nice artwork. I really like how this turned out. Very colorful, two-sided. So that's that. Then we have, let's see what this is, one of the boards. This is the graveyard board. So this is where all your monsters will be buried, and where you will be digging up the dice, the parts of your monster. Also very colorful, very easy to make out the different tombstones and statues where you need to place the dice. Because I remember during the Kickstarter they were all more or less grayish, you know, like stone statues, but they added some color, which I think helps a lot. So that is a very good decision, I think. Then what is this? Oh yeah, this is the board where you put the monster tokens on to decide which tomb on the graveyard has which dice. So every game you randomly pick those monster tokens and you just put them on here randomly, and well, then you know where to put the dice, and it changes every time. So that's that board. Then I guess these are the player boards. Oh, wait a second, this is the track, the point track, which is very cool. It's like it's almost like a theme park. You start here at this graveyard at the church, and then you go by these huge battling monsters with a ghost here and a tower and an alien, and there's Cthulhu popping up again, and here's this cannibal village, skeletons and the big spider. So yeah, very thematic. And here's the player boards, and these are nice and thick, really good material, and they have some punch out slots here, which allows for sliders to be placed so you can keep track of your monster's statistics, which go from 0 to 10. And this is the operating table, so to speak, where you put your monster dice on, and then you can add up the numbers here. I don't know if you can see them, and that kind of well, when you add these up, that makes up the stats. And here is your health tracker. And I see that all players have a different laboratory. This one has this steel background, that one had lava, this one has granite stone, and this one has a wood laboratory. So that's nice, that's a little extra something. Then we have these 4 small player meeples, in different colors of course, but also different shapes, which is nice. So we have here a green Frankenstein meeple, a brown werewolf howling at the moon meeple, a red vampire I want to drink your blood meeple, and a grey robot meeple. And these are very funny looking, they're great. Really like how they did this. And there's big versions of these as well. Wow, huge versions that you put on the graveyard board, because that's where you'll be moving around. And these, I'm assuming, go on the victory point track. So wow, these are huge. These are big, thick wooden meeples. This is awesome. These are going to be walking around in the graveyard and digging up your dice. Very good. I like this. And these are the plastic tracker clips that go on your laboratory dashboards. So let me just get one and show you that. So they have 2 pegs here. If it focuses, you can see. And these pegs, they just simply go onto this. If I punch that out, I'm gonna need to do that carefully, but that goes on here, and then you can just slide it and keep track of where you are, where your stats are. So a whole bag of these, because you need 5 for each player. So there's 20 of these, I'm assuming. And then we've got lots of dice, of course, but let me first show you the cards. So we have a card for each of the monsters here. It simply has the image on it and the name. So that's pretty straightforward, with Dicenstein on the back. And that's it. We have one for each monster. And this is also well, the clown and what it does. So you have the hunchback here, and on the other side are the monsters. So this one, for example, the clown said, nope, 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 nope. Very nope monster. Causes terror. An enemy must spend 1 extra movement point to move into your area. So he's basically afraid of you and needs to overcome his fear by spending an extra point for movement. And this is all the different dice, or the sides of the dice that the clown has. So 1 for each monster as well. A nice linen or felt. This is suede even, yeah. Dice bag. So this is where you put your dice in and then randomly pick which ones you're gonna be digging up. So very nice, very good materials, very soft. great quality. And then of course lots and lots of dice. I really like these. These are big, nice, hefty dice. And with the, let me see if it focuses there. Come on. Well, they have all the stats on all the sides. Not having much luck with the focusing today. But anyway, this is the mantis, of course, and it has its body, its head, its feet, and its hands. And there are 2 hands on there, 2 feet, yep, and 1 time the body and the head. 9 of those. And we have the mummy. Nine dice for the mummy. And these are bone white with black black icons, etchings, or whatever you call them. Then we have, these are different. Oh, this is probably the combat dice to discern how much damage you do to each other, I think. I'm not sure, because you know, you have your stats, so you might have a certain number of damage that you do, or maybe this just the number of damage you do basically says the amount of dice you roll to see how much damage you actually do. Not sure, but these are pretty cool. They look like these Wolverine claw mark dice here. So 9 of those as well. And what's this? This is the Gargoyle, and these are purple dice with white etchings. And these are all, I don't know if etched is the right word for it, but they're, you know, indented. They're engraved, so not just simply printed on. 9 Gargoyle dice. What's this? This is the clown. Yeah. Oh, lots and lots of lovely dice. And these are an off-white, a bit grayish white with orange lines. So that's the killer clown. Creepy. And here is, oh, there's even more underneath. There's so many dice in here. This is the unicorn, or the fury corn, with nice pink lines on it, and the hooves. So for you unicorn fans out there, there's even a unicorn monster. And here's a pretty cool one. This is the Werewolf. 9 big brown dice with white etching. So that's the Werewolf. The Vampire. Oh, black dice with red lines. Very cool. His body, his head, his feet. And he's floating through the air, it seems, with his feet up like that. And here's his claw hand. And I noticed that this one has 2 bodies, 2 heads, 1 foot and 1 claw. So there is also a difference there. Don't know if all the dice are the same though, but I'm assuming they are. So different monsters have different numbers of body parts on the dice, so that's interesting. Now here's the robot, the big stompy robot with all its mechanical body parts. Gray dice with white lines. This is the Swarm, which is a swarm of creatures in the dark. They could be bats or anything, but it's black, dark gray with yellow eyes on them. So that's the Swarm. This is the Moss Monster, the Swamp Thing, which has dark green dice and white lines. Very cool. The Plant Man was his name. Here's a pretty cool one too. It's the Merman, or the Gill Man, as they called it, the Gill Man. White dice with dark green lines, so the exact opposite of the Plant Man. And finally, and I love these, the Invisible Man. And the Invisible Man has white lines on transparent dice. That is so cool. I love that. Very invisible. So that's pretty sweet. So that's all the dice. Look at them. I mean, so many dice. So that's awesome. I really like the components. So can't wait to figure out how this game works and to play it with my friends. So I'll do eventually do an how to play video as well. So keep watching for that. And until next time, this was the unboxing. Thanks for watching. Now I also have a little extra, a little bonus. This was the Kickstarter exclusive Mr. Shiny monster. And Petersen always packs his exclusives in these small, unlabeled boxes with a sticker, which still says Petersen Entertainment. By now it's Petersen Games. It has PG on this. But okay. And inside we have, surprise, Mr. Shiny. And he is a proto-Shoggoth, which is one of those Lovecraftian monsters with lots of tentacles, hidden inside the skin, disguised as a human, inside the skin of some poor, unfortunate man. And so there's a little tentacle coming out. So that's his ability card. And we have the monster card, which is like we saw the other ones, Dicenstein here, and his icon over here, and the token that you can add to the rest and put on the graveyard. Mr. Shiny, and his 9 dice. So that was a nice little extra that all backers got. And these are dark blue dice with all his body parts on them. Well, that was the unboxing of Dicenstein by Petersen Games. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and see you next time on Board Game Heaven.